Good morning, students. Today, new lesson, Civics, Unit 3, State Government. Introduction. Listen here carefully, students. Indian Constitution forms the federal system of government. Federal means unity among all the states. All the states join together and form a government. That is known as federal system of government. In each and every state having the separate administration. The administration for the union and the state separate. Administration of the union, central government and state government is separate administration. In our country, there are 28 states and 9 union territories. One national capital territory, that is Delhi. There are 28 states and 9 union territories and one national capital territory, that is Delhi. The structure of the state government is different. The structure of the state government, in the center there are 3 branches divided into 3. One is the executive. Second one is legislature. Third one is judiciary. The executive consists of governor, chief minister, and the council of ministers. Council of ministers. The executives were governor, chief minister and council of ministers in our state. And legislature. Legislature consists of, there are 2 houses. One is the upper house and another one is the lower house. Upper house is known as Rajya Sabha and lower house is known as Lok Sabha. Upper house, otherwise called as Legislative Council. Legislative Council. And lower house known as Legislative Assembly. Legislative Assembly. And finally the judiciary. Judiciary consists of district court, high court, and the Supreme Court. Yes. Once again, listen here, students. The executive consists of governor, chief minister, and council of ministers. The legislature consists of upper house and lower house. Upper house is known as Legislative Council and lower house is known as Legislative Assembly. The Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. And judiciary. Judiciary consists of 3. One is the district court, and second one is the high court, and third one is the Supreme Court. Note it. These are the structure of the state government. the executive. First one, the governor. The governor is the constitutional head of the state. There are separate governors in each and every state. With the pleasure of the president, the governor can look after 2 or more states. The situation warrant. So, the governor can look after 2 or more states. Article 154. West means rights. Rights were given to the executive power, were given to the governor. Executive power. He is having the executive power. He appoints more and more persons in the state government. Appointment. The governor was appointed by the president. The governor is appointed by the president. The term of the governor is 5 years. 5 years term. The governor term is 5 years. With the pleasure of the president, he can continue his office. The governor can continue his office with the pleasure of the president. The governor does not belong to a state. If appointed one state means the governor does not belong to that particular state. He is appointed another state only, not for own state. The governor can transfer one state to another by the president. By the president, governor can transfer one state to another. The governor having power to resign any time, but he wanted to give his resignation to the president. The state government, legislature and state high court, no role to removal of the governor. There is no power to removal of the governor, both legislature and state high court, not having the power to removal of the governor noted. And the salaries and allowances of the governor were allocated by the president only. The salaries and other allowances were allocated by the president only. Governor salaries and allowances. Qualification. The governor qualification are as follows. One is, you should be citizen of India. You should be citizen of India. Citizen. You should be citizen of India. You should have completed 35 years of age. You should have completed 35 years of age. You should not hold any office of the state government or the central government. You should not get any profit from the state government and central government also. The governor having the power to parliament or any other, he should not a member. He should not a member of the parliament or any other state legislature. He should not a member of parliament and state legislature. He should not hold any office of the central government or state government noted. Powers and functions of the governor. Executive powers. The executive powers were goes to governor. All the executive powers in the state government executive powers goes to governor. The governor can appoint leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as a chief minister of the state. Chief minister appointed by the governor. He appoints leader of the majority party. After the election, the opposition party is there. One is the opposition party, another one is the ruling party is there. The majority party forms a government. The governor only having the power to appoint the chief minister of the state after the election. Majority party, state legislative assembly elections. After the election, state legislative assembly election, overall the majority party, the governor only appoints the chief minister of the state. The governor appoints council of ministers with the recommendation of the chief minister only. Governor can appoint the council of ministers. The council of ministers appointed by the governor with the recommendation of the chief minister. Then the governor can appoint chairman of the state public service commission. In Tamil Nadu, in our state, Tamil Nadu, state public service commission were conducted every year. The Tamil Nadu TNPSC like that. TNPSC. Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. The chairman of the Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission were appointed by the governor. The governor can appoint state election commissioner. State election commissioner are appointed by the governor. In our state, 5 years once, elections were conducted. The election commission look after the role of the election. How to conduct the election? What are the pre-plan to conduct the election? And commissioner is the head of the election. Commissioner only look after the election process. He appoints, governor can appoint vice chancellor. In the universities, the chancellor, vice chancellor is there. Vice chancellor look after the college, universities, and also all the under the affiliated colleges. The governor can appoint, acts as a chancellor of the university. Governor is the head of the university. Head of the university. Chancellor of the university, only the power goes to governor. Acts as a chancellor of the universities. Students, listen here once again. I am going to recall now. Introduction. The Constitution of India forms a federal government, join together, unity among all the states and form a government. The system of administration for the union and the states is separate system of administration. There are 28 states and 9 union territories, 1 national capital territory, that is Delhi. The structure of the government. The government of the center is 3 branches. There are 3 branches in the structure of the government. One is the executive, second one is the legislature, third one is the judiciary. The executive consists of governor, chief minister and the council of ministers. The legislature consists of upper house and the lower house. Upper house known as legislative council and lower house known as legislative assembly, that is Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Next one, judiciary. Judiciary consists of district court. Each and every district having the court. District court is there. And high court, it is in Chennai High Court. And Supreme Court is in Delhi Supreme Court. The judiciary consists of three. One is the district court, another one is the high court, another one is the Supreme Court, like that. Note it. The executive, the governor. The governor is the executive head and constitutional head of the state. Each and every state having the separate governor. With the pleasure of president, governor can look at 2 or more states, like that. 2 or more states. The situational warrant, the governor can look at the 2 or more states. Article 154, rights are given to the executive power, are given to the governor. Executive power, all the executive power goes to governor only. Appointment. The governor can appointed by the president. The governor term is the 5-year term. And with the pleasure of the president, he can continue his office. The governor does not belong to the state. Another state only he is appointed. The governor can transfer by the president one state to another. The governor having the power to resign his office, he should give his resignation to the president. The governor having the power to legislate and state high court power, but legislature and state high court no role to removal of the governor. Legislature and the state high court not having the power to removal of the governor. Noted. The salaries and allowances were allocated by the president only. Governor's salaries and allowances were allocated by the president only. Qualification. The qualification of the governor follows. One is, you should be citizen of India. You should have completed 35 years of age. You should not hold any office of the central government or state government under the profit. And you should have a parliament or any state legislature. Parliament, you should not be a member of parliament and or any other state legislature. You should not be a member of the parliament and state legislature. Powers and functions of the governor. Executive powers. The governor appoints more and more persons in the state, eminent persons, and he appoints leader of the majority party in the state legislative assembly as a chief minister of the state. He appoints the leader of the majority party. Chief minister were appointed by the governor, state legislative assembly. Second one, he appoints the council of ministers. He appoints the council of ministers with the recommendation of the chief minister. Third one, he appoints the chairman of the State Public Service Commission, state TNPSC, like that. Chairman of the State Public Service Commission appointed by the governor. He appoints State Election Commission. The Election Commission look after the election process. The election commissioner were appointed by the governor. He appoints vice chancellor of the universities. And he appoints, he acts as a chancellor of the university. Chancellor power goes to only the governor. Note it. Okay then, see you tomorrow, students.